Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
You stride forward following the tracks. Worryingly, they head towards the volcano. You climb higher and higher. The area actually getting a little bit more beautiful as you go. Flowers begin to spring up, as if suffused or empowered by the growing heat.
Well, yeah, that's the natural nutrients in the soil from the volcano.
Oh,
Wow.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's positively fascinating.
I
This
know a
area
lot
is
about soil and
beautiful.
rocks in it and lack of nutrition in soil, so...
What a specific
Oh,
discipline.
that's right. You used to farm. Also, Astra, how do the Alm do with heat? Is approaching the volcano going to be an issue, or...
Why would it be an issue?
It's getting really hot.
I don't know, because tieflings are fire resistant? Like, I was wondering maybe if Almish people... Wait, sorry, that's not the right word. I was wondering maybe if Alm have, like, anti-fire resistance?
Melting resist?
Melting resistant?
Melting...
A weakness to fire?
Do you guys have matches, candles, anything like that?
Well, we've got that bag of explosives.
Not that. Also, Ash, don't worry about it if you say anything unexpected about, like, my people. I'm certain to do the same about yours. It'll be a free trade of...
Well, we're human.
I'd like to not do that,
And,
though.
well, I don't know if Ash has got her own thing going on. And I'm human. Markus is
Okay.
tiefling. And we're here to learn about your culture. And so we're weak to fire.
Really?
Weak to
Okay.
electricity.
We don't like fire. Fire is bad.
Weak to water.
Okay.
Really,
Weak to
we're kind of...
water,
We
wow.
got the whole elemental weakness thing going on.
Oh, yeah, for the most part, most alms sink in water. Fire, on
you
the
just
other
like
hand...
straight up sink?
Yeah,
So
very
do
little
lots of them.
buoyancy, I believe is the term.
Huh.
It's something I learned about on boats. I also hate boats. She says 100% dead serious for a
I
second.
love boats.
As far as fire go, maybe I should rephrase. I don't want to insult the thing you love. I am terrified of boats.
Oh, that's okay. I can understand that.
Boats are the things that keep you away from the water, if you think about it.
That's very profound. I should also revise my opinion of bridges. Regardless, if I had a match or a candle on hand, I could show off the fact that fire doesn't damage me at all, but,
Wait,
I
you're
guess-
fire resistant too?
yeah, absolutely.
Resistant or immune?
I wouldn't care to test. I don't believe the Alm are completely immune to fire. There have been plenty of cases of people being hurt in the forges.
Yeah,
I mean,
magma is also kind of fire
Yeah.
upgraded.
Okay.
oh, how so? Is that wonderful combination of rock and fire?
Yes.
Whoa. That sounds...
We actually thrive in such conditions.
Really? Wait,
What?
do you live
What?
in volcanoes or something? Because that's where
No,
magma
not
is.
at all.
Okay, then lava in that case.
No, just generally superheated material is... I feel like we're getting distracted.
Yeah.
But seeing as we're walking into an active volcano, I think this information is
That's
also important.
Maybe a little important. Also, like, what? Astra, like, the more I learn, the more curious I get.
Well, I guess if you need anybody to take a dip in magma to retrieve a lost item, she says, shrugging slightly, leave
Well,
it to me.
I think we've got a guy for that, so...
Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm trying to spin this in a way that it's useful, she says, sort of cocking an eyebrow.
Well, I mean, it's super useful
As
already.
a race with critical weakness to all elements, it's appreciated.
I mean, it sounds like you're less weak to water.
We know how
I mean,
to
we can float,
deal with
but
it
like sharks and stuff are bad.
How do you do with lightning?
poorly.
We die.
Oh. I'm shocked and kind of pleased that you have the means to test if you're weak to lightning to begin with.
No,
Yeah.
just we know about other people who get hit by
We
lightning.
collect data.
Yeah.
Here, this conversation is positively delightful, but let's wait until we're a little
Right.
further up the mountain to sit down and talk. I'd love to speak to you guys, really I would. You're both fascinating, but at the same time, we should move.
You're right.
Oh,
you're
I thought we
right.
were like kind of scouting out the area so we don't run into all those monsters up there.
Okay, Ash,
God damn it.
hold up a sec.
I was just about to fucking ask.
Yep. You take a look down at the ground. You notice a thin, spider-like wire extending in front of you.
My arm flies out to the side, stopping Gregor immediately. It's Harlock again.
They connect up to this tree, and on the far side of the tree, you notice them wrapped around something.
Okay, yeah. Astro,
Why'd you
Gregor.
stop?
It's Harlock again. I think we're getting closer.
Oh.
Hey, Astra, could you take a
Gregor.
look at this?
Wait, she can't see it, remember?
Well,
What? She stares down. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about now. Thin wire.
yeah.
Oh, wait. I look up. Yeah, it's darker now, so...
Is there?
Your eyes probably work better? Anyway. Wait, Gregor, can you see it very well?
We got through it pretty well with you leading.
I was thinking about that, and I've come to a conclusion. If Harlock is as good as you say, and I have every reason to believe that she is, she'll probably have studied me, studied the way I moved, and put down traps in such a way that they won't hit me, correct?
If she
If she's-
cares...
Not feeling like a jerk about it.
Yes, after considering it in depth, she, goes into her thinking pose. I believe that this is the only reasonable thing to do if you're a bounty hunter of that amount of skill. So, if you follow in my footsteps, I believe we'll be able to pass through here unharmed, him or not.
She certainly has the skills to be able to do that.
Can you, like,
Would
spare
you
some of
want
that
to?
confidence, Astra?
Anyway, here I go.
Okay.
There we go. All right, Ash, let's draft that confidence.
Astra just
God.
walks straight
No.
through.
No.
Every single step you take is a mini anxiety attack.
I'm dying internally.
She's not doing the him.
She is not doing the him.
Okay.
Astra's just wandering. She kind of walks around in a complete circle. Stops dead seeing the creature. It's suspended in the air by multiple, piano wire. It lets out slight moans as the different strings dig into its skin. It's suspended slightly in the air, still alive. However, it is completely held fast.
That could be us if
She stops dead. Right. I don't know how to track these things. I'm not a tracker. Which way?
north.
Righto.
Just keep walking.
Whichever direction feels safest.
She just wanders, she just strides completely fine, stopping dead when another creature's in front of her. This one is 100% fucking dead. It is slammed, smashed into the ground by a log with multiple spikes sticking out of it.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Just keep walking. Just keep going.
Astra climbs up onto the log and begins to walk across it.
Watch out for the goop.
I do the same.
She balances with a hand out to either side. Honestly, you're making really good time, and you do sort of feel a strange amount of calm spreading over you, even though you're in the midst of this highly dangerous situation. She hops down, putting her full weight on the ground, and continues walking with almost a jaunty step. However, she stops once again. There's a creature immediately in front of you that is wounded, yes, but not held fast by anything.
I scanned the immediate area for traps.
I really don't want to fight here.
Yeah, you don't notice any traps around other than the one it apparently tripped. A line that traveled from here to there, triggering some sort of burning incendiary device immediately below it. One of its legs has been blown clear off. It now barely drags itself around by its long, sharp arms.
I glance at the creature and then see past it a body. Are they... What shape is that body in?
Astra simply points to the creature. Gregor, Ash,
Yeah.
do me a favor and kill that one.
Tell me if I'm about to die.
Yep. Oh, gods. Gregor, I pull out my blade and follow Gregor's lead on this one.
Is it moving away from us or towards us?
It's moving sort of towards the body.
Gregor bounds forward and with a mighty leap, jumps up onto the creature's back and stabs it a whole bunch. Maybe.
Okay.
I
Maybe.
rolled an 8.
The creature begins to thrash, attempting to throw you from its back. You get a few good hits in, but it whirls around and with a shriek throws you towards the trees. Gregor, you stop dead 2 inches from a trap.
I don't quite go in for the creature. I'm watching Gregor's back, making sure that the creature can't get in a counterattack and that he doesn't get thrown into a trap.
Ash, your eyes quickly dart around, your paranoia coming to the surface. There's a trap here! There's a trap here! There is a trap here!
All right, Gregor, we're essentially in a corridor of traps. No flashy movements. Keep everything limited to this grove.
Come and get me, you stupid monster.
It roars. You don't need to hear Astra tell you that it's charging to know it's coming straight at you.
I stab my glaive into the ground and use it as a hopping ladder to vault over the creature as it charges.
You leap into the air and watch as it travels past, slamming into the tree line immediately below you. A sudden eruption of flame carries you forward. You slide, stopping a few inches from another set of traps.
Perfect.
The creature is burnt to a fucking crisp.
Okay. Horrible smell.
Astra walks forward, once again, not exactly showing the most emotion for an act of vengeance. She seems relatively pleased by your actions, though, and just offers a curt thank you.
Yeah,
It's what we do.
of course. I move closer to this body. Can I see it now?
Yes.
How do they look?
Dead.
Astra, I'm sorry.
She just, she looks over at you, like, slight smile remaining, and just responds with a yes.
This is strange. All these monsters around here. No harrow.
Does the harrow... I turn away from the body. Does the harrow attract other monsters?
As a beast, I believed that this would be beyond its capacity, but the harrow does have some strange properties. I'm loath to admit it, but the harrow has the ability to take people, claim them as its own, if that makes sense. I had a very strong monster tamer friend amongst the company.
Oh.
So-
Yeah, I get the picture. You don't have to spell it out.
Thank you.
Okay. That's incredibly unfortunate. Again, I'm sorry, Astra.
If it's intelligent, it might be seeking out talented individuals. That could be a problem. Is there anyone you know of that it might want to take?
I think we all know the most talented amidst my company, she says, looking over at a nearby wedged trap.
Yeah,
Wait a
That-
second.
that would be a worst case scenario.
Are you the only one among your company that can use hymns?
She sort of freezes for a second. She kind of struggles with the answer, like turns around, thinks for a second, like taps her foot, stops, turns around, sighs deeply. I'm the only one in the entire world that can use hymns.
What?
Okay.
There could be others, I suppose. Like I said, she looks back over at Ash, kind of offering you a weak smile. I'd be willing to teach you if you're interested in learning, but
Yeah,
the group of people who have an aptitude for it is incredibly small. Pauses. Just me. Pauses.
Hey, it's worth
I-
a try.
Yeah, I'd still love to learn, but
At least we know the harrow isn't gonna have that ability, because that would wreck us.
you didn't learn this from anyone, did you, Astra?
Yes and no. Nobody that could be taken by it.
Astra, you're gonna have to
Okay.
be more specific.
That's no, it's fine. I understand not wanting to be specific. I just wanted to know if the harrow had eaten another
No.
him user.
Okay.
There is no chance of that.
Okay.
Good.
We'll have to keep you even more protected than before. I was already going 100% on the protection thing, but, you know.
Yeah, now we can go 200%?
No.
I don't. Is that...
No, it's not. But let's move
Astra,
on and...
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the museum, Markus and Thog are running away from a bunch of axe-wielding tiefling murderers. Okay, down this hallway!
Goddamn son of a bitch, I just wanted to enjoy the museum.
This exhibit looks positively pleasing under normal circumstances. Thog
As we
says,
pass through this hallway, I'm gonna reach into my ass sack and throw out a big old handful of smashed mirror fragments.
oh, hell yeah.
That are kind of let's see, attached to a bunch of globules of shadow such that they can stick all over the walls and floor and all those good places. And I'm gonna wait for a bunch of people to get into the hallway.
All the weird cultists tunnel down and pause for half a second, making eye contact with themselves as they stare at the mirror shards.
I take one more step forward, plant a foot on this chair, leap, turn halfway in midair, land on this table, and fire an eye beam at the closest shard of mirror.
Your shot lances down the hallway, hits the first shard and refracts, splitting into a million pieces. The tieflings all fall, sliding across the floor in a bloody mess. They're not dead, they're just heavily wounded.
That'll do for now.
You just hear a fucking crack next to you as Thug just shoots a guy. It's not as impressive. He just shoots a guy.
You know, sometimes I forget how generally deadly you are with that 6-shooter.
I mean, it's just a fucking gun. Any idiot can own a gun. I just saw you fucking pull some acrobatic bullshit and blow up a hallway. Anyway, help me move this
Oh
table.
yeah, no, like, big deal. I can jump off a chair, land on a table, and shoot a beam out of my eye. But, like, you say anybody can use a gun, but you are literally the only person that I have ever seen shooting someone regularly and with actual accuracy. You know?
Oh, thank you. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this table over here. Thog says, Thog wings the table across the room with Marcus's assistance.
Are you sure?
I don't think that's physically possible.
Thog wings the table across the room mostly himself, slamming it in front of the gift shop entrance. On the far side pile up multiple cultists, slamming against the table, digging away at it with their crowbars.
Marcus stares on at this sight for a moment in a bit of a daze before shaking himself out of it and going, right, barricades, sorry.
Yeah, barricades, let's get to it.
Marcus
grabs-
stomps his foot, summons a pillar of shadow under this end of the table, and sends it arcing through the air towards this hallway and these 3 chumps on the floor.
Like a snowplow, that new device that Kier built to fight off the someday threat of, quote, winter, as you described it. It slams into the ground and just slides these chumps right out the door.
I start kicking chairs toward it as well. Come on, we gotta gum up the works as best as we can.
Thog throws a bunch of chairs, gumming up the works, then runs over to the this wooden platform, grabbing it by the side. Okay, I'll just block up the final entrance, kind of picks it up, hefts it, tests its weight. How the fuck did I throw the last table? Marcus, how'd I throw that last table?
I don't know, that's what I've been asking myself. I throw a casual eldritch blast over this barricade.
What the hell? Help me out with this thing.
Come over here and... That is really fucking heavy. Maybe we should just leave it here?
Yeah, let's just fucking leave it here. Oh boy, okay. Now we just gotta... I'm glad we didn't throw all the chairs. Let's just fucking
Yeah, me too.
sit and wait for a bit. Thug sits down, lights up a cigarette, recognizes that he's in a museum. Ah, shit, sorry. Kind of snubs it out on the floor and stops.
God.
Marcus nods respectfully.
No, just between you and me, Thug motions with his head to the final entrance. There's one more entrance, but I think they're a little too dumb to realize they can go around. You hear continued smashing noises.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm counting on.
Furthermore, and this is using my taps the side of his head critical observation skills, but they seem to be after each other just as much as they're after you. You hear continued screaming from outside.
That absolutely seems to be the case, and well, really, I'm just thankful that they're not after us and us alone. But
Yeah.
there's kind of something I want to check here. I'm going to remove this corpse's hood to get a better look at the body.
This guy is actually missing horns.
Can I
Check
still
the butt.
sense any sort of? Can I sense any sort of like demonic influence or like infernal blood in this person?
You quickly pour your senses through the creature. However, you don't sense a trace of anything. You come to the conclusion that a more thorough examination is necessary.
Marcus frowns, scratching at his chin with one hand for a moment, before reaching down, flipping the body over, and pulling its pants down, checking the butt.
In a split, it sort of looks like a bruise. In a split second, you manage to put it together. This person doesn't have any sort of mark of tiefling ancestry, but you remember your confrontation with one in that realm beyond. If you had to guess, this is a person who gave up their tiefling heritage. They gave up their tiefling
willingly.
blood and assumed true humanity. What they're doing here is beyond you.
Well, I guess that's not a ticket out of the game then. I pull out my journal and make a quick note of this fact.
Oh man, so you get any good info from that?
Yes and no. It looks like they're a tiefling that gave up their demon ancestry willingly. I assume.
Gotcha.
Though I'm not sure if it's possible to steal something like that. But then that begs the question: if they no longer have any demon in them, then why are they part of this mess? I wave a hand towards the bodies in the barricades.
Thog reaches down and pulls out his employee notebook, what he uses to keep track of all of the various foibles and characteristics of the people he's hired. He quickly reads through and gives himself a refresher on the tiefling nonsense that Marcus walked him through. They spent about 2 to 3 nights just talking it out, hashing and rehashing it. Thog, it turns out, is bad with both magic and destiny type junk, so it took him a while. Okay, gotcha. Kinda snaps it shut. Okay, so even if you had accepted the deal and given up your tiefling ancestry, you would have been screwed either direction.
Yeah, in fact, I probably would have been more screwed than usual because, let's face it, this chump went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. You think there's a lot of former tieflings floating around out here?
I can't say I have any idea. I think we're going to have to scavenge some more bodies, see what we find.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you feeling okay? Any sort of blood haze descending?
Yeah, there's something weird there. Kind of hard to put a finger on, but I think I'm actually working with it, if that makes any sense.
Huh. So
it wants me to kill everything, but I'm not about that. So I'm just gonna use that juice to kill the things that I absolutely gotta kill,
So Dog kind of looks around. So this, if you're less in control or whatever, more of a crazy power hungry sorcerer or whatever, you'd be going. I'm honestly, Marcus, I'm really glad that you're.
If you were more of a crazy power hungry sorcerer, you'd probably be doing something crazy too.
Yeah, that's entirely accurate. I don't know, I'm kind of glad that you're just 100% in control and cool with this junk. I thought with your flair for the dramatic, you might play up the fact that you've got this cursed destiny or whatever, but I'm kind of pleased at the. Okay, you're getting that. I'm getting an idea face. No, I'm
just making a note for later. It's okay.
I'm just genuinely pleased at the fact that you figured out how to work with your crazy tiefling bullshit, I guess.
Believe me, Thog, I am ecstatic about it myself. Truth be told, I wasn't entirely expecting this to pop off so soon. This is kind of something I was expecting to be able to tackle, leisurely in the prime of my middle age. This'll work. This'll work.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're so much better off than these guys. One of the cultists kind of, like, slams their head through the barricade and begins to foam at the mouth, mumbling something about blood. Look, like, they're just saying junk about blood. It's like they read a bad cult novel and now they're just trying to do cult things.
Yeah, this is all pretty cliche, but, you know, I've got to wonder, were they actually in some sort of crazy brainwashing cult? Are they just, you know, weak-minded enough that the tiefling stuff can take total control of them? Is there something else in play? Are wizard drugs involved? I don't know what's happening here, Thog.
Is this like, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know enough information about this. Like, for all we know, this could just be how tiefling stuff is handled, or this could be a fad based on that boom in horror literature. Like, we don't know.
I mean, really, that would probably be the best possible, like, cause of all of this, but I don't think it's that. Something tells me it's not that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking of this, like, from a marketing standpoint, I guess.
Oh, no, I can't blame you. Please, carry on.
Yeah, so, these guys all seem relatively weak. Like, you want to make a break for it at some point?
Probably. I mean, we do kind of have a job to do, right? We can't just spend all of our time in this museum killing cultists.
It's true, like, okay.
As wonderful a vacation as that would be.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I almost feel like it'd be better if they mostly handled each other, and then we just kind of, like, peeked out our heads and wandered past all of the corpses. Like, let the problem solve itself.
That way, we'll maybe have to take out one or two stragglers, if that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. That's smart. There is the issue, though. I don't know exactly how this works, but I've been told that tieflings can, you know, feed on each other, snowball into bigger tieflings. So if we do that, do you think the last person that's left is going to be, you know, seriously big trouble for us?
Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. I don't know how strong they get by, like, feeding on each other or whatever, but, like...
I don't even know how they feed on each other. Did I do it just by killing those guys? I hope not.
Do you feel any different?
No, I'm actually pretty hungry.
Okay, how about this? We'll strike a happy medium. I got sandwiches in my back pocket that were packed for me. We can sit down, have a nice lunch. Like, here, let's sit on this barricade. Thog says, walking over, sitting on this backwards chair. You continue to hear the people, like, moaning and roaring against it. Just sit here, we'll have lunch, and we'll head out whenever this situation resolves itself. Like, no, halfway between when the situation's done resolving itself and, like, when it's... Yeah.
Halfway through the conflict. I like it.
Yeah. Want to play cards?
Until then, I guess we can... Yeah, totally. What do you got?
Yeah, I got
What sort of cards
deck.
you want to play?
You play poker?
Hell yeah.
The table shakes, disrupting the sandwich on it. Hey, cut that out!
Unless you want to be dealt in.
Holy shit.